Let's get down to business. Yes.
To defeat the Huns?
Let's do it.
Good morning, Huns. You're being defeated.
Let me do the reverse drumming, the backwards drumming. Yeah, because I am the best air drummer in the world. Let me hear it, crowd. Let me hear it, crowd. Oh, come
right
on.
Here.
Keep it coming, keep it coming. Oh, don't quit.
With the drums and stuff.
All right. Giggity, giggity, goo. All right. All right, stop that.
All right.
Calm it down now.
Honestly, I'm a better air guitar than air drummer. You know,
Yeah.
World championship status, 10 years running.
Yeah. My air drumming is backwards, apparently. Apparently, I don't know how to air drum.
Apparently, people can critique everything.
It's okay. I don't know how to drum for real. I don't know how to drum, so my air drumming can be wrong, I suppose. But but that's okay. As people start to jump on. Hopefully chat is connected. If chat is connected, I should be able to see them. Hopefully chat's connected. It said it disconnected and then reconnected. So if you're in.
Successfully connected though. So that means that should remove all doubt, right?
So if you're in, say hello. Okay, good. There we go. I'm 10 shots from unlocking jail, Luke, and I feel you waiting sucks. Hello from Alberta. First,
Patience,
no, you're not.
Patience is a dead thing. Unfortunately, common sense died about a couple decades ago.
Eric Barlow,
now
what
patience
up,
is
brother?
Close to follow.
Jeremy, hello. Okay, cool. Well, chat is working. That is good.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I just want to say, you Twitter followers out there are trolls, man. Trolls, I tell ya. C-Dub, what's up, brother? Because
this is the year of a lot of things. Apparently, it's the year of the troll as well.
Well, so I have a lot of glowing, stuff down here.
You do.
And one of the things I have is I've got a Dengar down here that I could take to Relic 13, but I haven't. I've got a Cassian Andor that I could take to Relic 13, but I haven't. And I do
so much I could, but I'm not.
I want to take Cassian to 13 really, 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 really bad.
Just a personal thing?
Yeah, because Cassian's just one of my, he's just one of my.
Because for what? We 3A crafting here?
Yeah, no. I just love Cassian Andor. He's just one of my guys. In fact, he's part of, part of his story. So, and I'm excited to see he's actually getting his own kind of spinoff. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I couldn't understand why, but I'm sure it's got to be a worthwhile reason, right?
And what's funny is 14 months ago or whatever, when, 15 months ago, when everybody was just barely getting things to Relic 7 and stuff, I looked and there was only 10 Relic 7 Cassians, and I was like, I want to be one of them. And so I was
be the 11th.
I was building him out to do that, and then I quit the game, so he never ended up making it to Relic 13. But he's a part of the mission you've got to do to get 4 of 4 for Fulcrum. Because you got to take him in and win with territory wars, and which high-end guild is going to let you take in your Cassian on any mission? So you've got
even back when he was still somewhat viable in the Rogue One squad. That's I don't know.
But so let's get back to the Twitter thing. So I've got some of these guys I can take to relics, right? And I haven't. Well, this Molo is sitting at relics. He could go to relics, and he's been sitting.
Look
like
at that
this.
look he's giving you. He's like, why haven't you turned me to gear 13 yet?
I know. This guy's been sitting at could be relic since I came back. I came back and I was going through looking who could I just relic now just for fun? And he was sitting there
just
at relics.
for funsies, just to waste material.
And I looked at the materials and I'm like, you know what? These materials are probably needed for someone else too. So I'll just not do him because Gamorrean Guard is absolutely one of the worst characters in the game. So I'm just
what are you talking about? Look at that battle axe.
So I'm like, okay, first R8 character. We'll go over that Warbringer. It's definitely SLKR. It happened for me because he's my first. He was my very first special character.
It's definitely the most powerful look in the game for sure.
Yeah, they changed his picture too, and I was like, I just
a rework. Oh my gosh! Wait, no.
Frogger Jen, hello from Germany. What's up? So Gamorrean Guard is the original GG, and by the way, I had one of the top 3 GGs originally before Relics came out. I had him all health modded, and he was literally number 2 or number 3 best health modded GG in the game.
What's up, Xevious?
And you want to put health mods on him because the health he gets bonus protection based off his health stats and stuff. So and he does expose and stuff. So this is actually kind of a fun kit that you can bring back. When I was doing 3 versus 3 like a year and a half ago, I'd put him under Darth Vader, and then I would also use Canderous Ordo. So Darth Vader, Canderous Ordo, and Gamorrean Guardus, the tank. It's just a really stinking team to do, but you really want him like reliced out. It's really, really fun. But anyway, he's screaming at me like, relic me, just relic me. And I'm just like, oh man, because I like him, really. Relic I do. And he's just one of those like shameful characters you should never relic, but I want to. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I just do. I really like the original GG. So I put that on Twitter.
I was taking Jawas to Relic 7 before it was worthwhile.
Look at everybody. Wall of bricks, you're terrible. Do it. So like on Twitter, I put that on there. Like this guy just screams at me every day like, oh, click upgrade. And then everybody was like on there, do it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you terrible people. You're terrible people.
I want to see things being wasted. Do it.
So here's my favorites, by the way.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So Queel and IG-11 are going to become farmable. So that's why they're up in my favorites. And then everybody else that was in my favorites were for relics, and I got all the relics done. I'm sadly out of relic material right now, but I'm like basically just waiting for everything. Like I was like, okay, let's go to Krakens. I'm like, let's go to Jedi Knight Luke. Well, got it all done. Okay, well that's ready. So let's go to Jedi Master Luke. Got it all done. Now I'm waiting for Jedi Knight Luke for Jedi Master Luke. Well, I got that all done, and that's all done. So let's go to C. So I went to C. Well, C's all done except for his ship. And so I'm like farming his ship, but everything's done other than the ship. So I'm like, what do I do now? You move to Rey. So I've got that's why in my favorites,
the favorites now make sense to you all. So
now I've got Resistance, but then Resistance.
Because I mean, if we didn't have to, who the heck would even bother with Rose Tico, right?
Rose. Well, she'll be a long one, and she'll be my last one because she needs all 6
Gotta
pieces.
save that painful Band-Aid for last and then just rip it off.
Yeah, she needs all 6, and Resistance Pilot, which is another female, by the way, nice female. She needs all 6 pieces.
And we know that only because when she dies
in the female voice. And so, Resistance Pilot will get her pieces first, and then Rose Tico will get her pieces last. She'll literally be the last relict character that I have to do that. So
sorry, Rose, you're way too entitled. You need to wait your turn.
Yeah, Rancor Rose is Rancor food for sure. We're doing that, by the way, in 2 hours. And then Resistance Trooper and
she's found a use.
Veteran Smuggler are both only 2 pieces away, a finisher and 1 Gear 12 piece. So those 2 are actually pretty close to popping. And then I've got the Resistance Heroes ready to go as soon as I get them 7-star. And then I have some of their 12 and 12 plus, but I don't have all. So those 2 will be high priority to finish to relics first over the Pilot and Tico. So Smuggler, Trooper, and then the Resistance Heroes, and then I'll go Pilot and Tico.
So basically you're set up for everything that's just kind of all a big dam holding everything back. It's going to break loose, and the next thing you know, you'll have all 4 Galactic Legends just like bam.
Well, and then Mando's coming out. And in the meantime, a lot of people don't realize this, but in the meantime, I did spend like $300 wailing on those characters, buying those packs.
Just wailing on it.
Yeah, and so Scoundrels, but then I put those in for relics, and I just took them to Relic 3. I got Mando Relic 3, I got Grief Karga Relic 3, and I got Cara Dune Relic 3. So
might as well.
I was waiting, so I'm like, okay, I'll relic them too while I'm at it. So I got them Relic 3, so they're good to go.
Dark Walker, hello there.
At some point, I want to relic 5 or 7 those guys, but I didn't want to take them too high because relic material is a premium in this game. My first relic 8,
absolute premium.
Yeah,
paywall.
A lot of people have like 2 or 3 relic 8s already. I'm like, what? I can't do that. I've got 1 Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and he hits like a tank now. He's got over 120,000 health.
Decent Rob manages to catch a live stream. Where?
I know. What? TB12 is GOAT. What's up, brother?
Whoa.
I'm over 13,000 damage on my physical offense. So I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that could be enough. I mean, you might want to get those up a little bit. Those numbers are pretty rookie, but you could be all right with those.
His critical chance is absolutely ridiculous. If you took away even the 5% from mods, he's at 125%.
Yeah, his baseline's already ridiculous.
125% crit chance. That's just insanity. And his special damage is almost 10K on special damage. That's just and nuts. But
And of course, if you ever go into a situation where you face the computer, you take all these numbers and you quickly throw them out the window.
So anyway, he's really slow though. Because I focused on offense and I tried to do secondary, but all these mods have low speed. So when I start to slice them, in theory, speed can roll because speed's available.
Here, I got 2 of these just for you,
like,
just in case.
I know, right? So like this one can roll speed one more time. This one can roll speed one more time. This one can roll speed one more time. This one can roll speed 4 more times.
Hey.
But it's
4 more times, so it might end up at 10.
Yeah, but it popped offense 5 times. I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
6%.
It's percentage. So I was like, okay, that's pretty neat.
It's all a numbers game.
Yeah, and it had offense flat and offense percentage, and it's like, I refuse to give you speed, but I'll give you lots of offense. I'm like, okay,
right.
well, that's fine. I got to keep rolling it though. I got 2 more rolls. So
is there an adage somewhere where you can hit harder the slower you are? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the last 2 rolls will go to protection because that's just my luck.
Yeah.
But I have 2 more potentials for speed, and then this one can roll 1 more for speed.
Hey-yo.
Yeah, and then this has offense, percentage and flat, and so this is a good mod to roll also. I mean, it's just a really good potential set for him.
Yeah, that one's kind of nice because you're like, hey, there's pressure's all off of speed at this point. I can just hope for the good secondaries.
Griff says, I like how you said low speed and then show 3 mods with it 19 plus. It's all relative, brother. It's all relative.
Very relative.
On my shard, I'm the lowest Kylo Ren in the top 20. Like, I literally go last, but you can still win. Once you get the kill order down correctly and everything, and which abilities to use properly, I figured it out. And so now I because I'm on a live stream, I'll lose. I'm sure of it.
It's not just about stats.
Because when I say one thing, it always, the RNG's like, nope, he said it, so we're going to have to prove him wrong. But I haven't lost a battle in like a week now because I have figured out the kill order and strategy. And I was like, okay, fine. This is how I do it. And so now I've had good luck. I'll say good luck, I guess, good RNG. But once you have that figured out, even if you're slower, it's pretty good, especially if you have the higher offense because you tend to take individuals out. I did have a crit avoidance arrow on one of my tanks, and I stole that for the cam mission.
Yes.
So I don't have that on
critical avoidance suddenly becomes a thing. Or at least for me anyways. I don't usually use those mods. Those are some of the first ones that get sold, and now, of course, you actually need them.
Yeah, Frank
naturally.
Brown, what's up, dude? Robert Arnold says, you get a 15% speed boost when you're in Force Canada, right? By the way, anyone that wants to join Force Canada,
wink, wink, wink.
They probably have 1 or 2 slots available. They're dope dudes. And so, if you're wanting a really awesome guild, but you're wanting something just a slight bit more laid back, nothing like Team Instinct-ish, but something that's, just a little more kickback, Force Canada would be really a kind of a fun place to chill. I'm still in their chat, so you can always chat with me there and stuff. Oh, Brazil. I love Brazil.
Why good morning? Well, I know. We look outside, we see what the sun's doing.
It's 3 o'clock in Brazil. I miss Brazil. I miss every morning's breakfast in Brazil. We would walk, story time. We would walk.
Good morning story time.
Yep. We would wake up. They'd make cafe. We'd have some coffee. We'd walk downstairs to the local. I love how they have their community built. They'd have their huge high rise, which they live in. You know what I mean? They live in the high rise instead of it being a business building. It was
skyscraper capital of the world.
Yeah, but it was the skyscraper capital of the world. But instead of it being a business, it was where they live. And then around their skyscraper where they all work, all their businesses, like what they all own. And then they would just walk around to the businesses. They're all within walking distance. Every business you would want or need is all within walking distance. And so they all get, their exercise and stuff, which is really cool. And so then they walk down and we walk together and we just walk to the local bakery and we get some fresh baked bread and we walk back home and then we have fresh tapioca. Oh my gosh. It's so good.
Is it better down there?
Tapioca powder. It's not the tapioca you're thinking of. I'm
thinking pudding.
You're thinking pudding with those stupid balls in it. No, I'm not talking about that. If you're not,
I don't know if the last time I actually had tapioca pudding. It's a texture thing.
This is a tapioca powder that they put the powder inside of a pan and they spread it out and then they lightly bake it and it like almost turns into a gummy bear and they flip it and it's like a gummy bear pancake. I don't even know how to describe it other than like a gummy bear pancake. And it's tapioca. And it is
man, Frank Brown reminded me exactly why I don't miss Illinois.
Delicious. It is so delicious. We had that. They butter it. They butter it. And we had that every morning and with eggs and the fresh baked bread. Oh my goodness. I'm getting hungry.
And all we had for breakfast this morning was a couple of Long Johns, I tell you.
I know. So this is where I'm at on favorites. I've just been plugging along and steamrolling through characters to get to all of them, but I'm still waiting.
A little jealous of your speed of moving through these characters.
Yeah, that's a few other people.
It's been happening quickly. If that darn Jedi Knight Luke would just drop already, I tell you what.
This will be my problem. They're going to drop that, right? They're going to drop Mando, and then they're going to drop him, and then I'm going to get JML, and then I'm going to get C, and now I'm going to have like...
And you're going to be in a real farm.
I'm going to have like 4 characters,
crunch, I should say.
And I only have 100 Zeta, which is only 5, and I'll need like 280 minimum. So I'm going to be Zeta poor. I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to need light side and dark side at the same time to get the event tickets to try to do 2, the C and the JML. It's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Put your mind back on Brazilian women before you start to hurt yourself. I said Long Johns, donuts.
The nightmare. He's so funny. Oh, sure.
A sugar-filled cake.
Thanks
1.5. Wow.
Sure shot. Thanks a lot for the luck. I'm blaming you.
Me?
I'm blaming you.
You can't blame me. I can't blame me. I consistently have 5 million credits in this.
I got 4. I got 4. Thanks.
I've gotten 7.5 before, but nothing ever higher than that.
Oh, all right. Deadly bounties. Wait. Don't they show possible
Obviously, they're not
rewards?
talking about Horatio Sands.
Oh, so you can get any of these. Oh, they gave 20 of him in 10, 10.
They bumped that.
10 and 10?
It used to be 10 for all of them.
Yeah, but you get twice as much Shard Shop currency from this guy. Why wouldn't we want to do that? Hey, Warriors tip of the day. If you've got...
How much is that Shard currency worth?
Shard currency is Shard currency.
There's a couple that are more than others. You definitely get more for certain characters.
Ships, nope, that's not true. Ships are worth more than characters, but all characters have the same conversion rate. But old characters, they give you twice as much. New characters, they give you half as much on the drops because they're harder to get character. They want those newer characters to be harder to get.
So then when are they going to start dropping Ki-Adi-Mundi shards in here?
I know, right?
You got Han. You can get GK
it ends up
in
the
other
same
situations
since the characters with 10 are worth double the amount in the shard shop. So you're right. Apparently they're worth double in the shard shop because they're non-accelerated characters. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're non-accelerated characters.
Yep, Nightmare, you know my pain for the credit heist. 10 million is that mythological amount that people say they get, but I've never seen it.
Well, then we'll do, if that's true, then we'll just do the, we'll do the hardest.
Yeah, what, you can get lower than 5 million? I know, right? For some of us steady eddies, I guess, we just get that nice firm middle every time, 5 million, which, hey, 5 million credits at one point was a nice thing, but, you know, I drop below 120 million sometimes. I got to bring that back up.
I was doing the fet feet to kill the Wampas. Oh, I forgot about that.
Fet feet. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times
fast. Fet feet
fast.
to kill the Wampas. Yeah, so that's true.
Roar. Transdoshan rage.
Because I need to do that.
Dark Stanley got 20 million credits once in the heist. Holy cow.
Yeah, I did too. It was pretty
Congratulations to all you lucky mofos.
I got a 20, and then like 2 months later, I got a 15. I got a 5 and a 10, and then that's never happened ever again, ever. I think they were like, oops, we messed up. We messed up.
Jedi Master Anakin Skywalker's with us. Watch out. There's a lot of sand.
Kapew. I like Zam. You know, a lot of people aren't like a big Zam fan. I love Zam. Yeah, Zam Whistle. I love her.
If you like thermal detonators.
Yeah, I think she's pretty neat.
Yeah. It's certainly an interesting hat. I would say she's almost the hipster of the bounty hunters. Maybe almost a scene girl.
Zap. Didn't even need a call to assist.
Zap, brap, whoa.
Except for, you know, I hate to say this, but The reason why I bring in Mandalorian is simply because I love to turn it to 1x speed, and I love to just make him disappear with his disintegrate. Yeah.
And no disintegration.
Let's get down to
want him in
business.
carbonite.
And I'm not even trying anymore. I'm just doing
Oh,
basics.
Dalton Slattery apparently has not heard the tale yet of how we met.
How did we meet?
How do we meet? 2 things, though, he said.
The tail.
My beard is crazy. Yes, it's plum loco. It's crazy. It does what it wants. It's got a mind of its own. I just try to, get out of its way most of the time. But no, ironically enough, Warrior and I met because of a girl.
Yeah.
Not because of one we were mutually interested in, just one that we happen to know mutually because she was in the church and going to...
She was actually like almost a best friend of my wife.
Yep.
She and my wife were really close friends at the time. And so, see, I want to disintegrate,
girl,
but I should leave
ended up
it.
being the photographer at my younger brother's wedding. We ended up meeting there, and then things all kind of happened. We got together. That's how I ended up meeting him. And luckily, the better part of that relationship stuck around. The worst part is off in San Diego now.
Where in the world is this chick in San Diego? So I could disintegrate because it's so satisfying, but I could probably leave it to Boba Fett to kill him too. So should I just leave it to Boba to kill?
I mean, you got disintegrate ready, and that should take him out right. That's pretty satisfying right there.
I think I'll do this to add more dots.
You took Vader's words to heart. See that? No disintegration.
Yeah, because I want to do this and die. It didn't kill him. Dang it.
Yep.
I don't want anyone else to kill him. Oh no, this might kill him. No.
Disintegrate is too satisfying. Yes, it is, Jared. So satisfying that we have to hold it off for the right moment.
No,
Which
don't
will
die.
be-
Don't die. Don't
Yeah.
die.
He wants to finish you off with a disintegrate. Wait, maybe he won't get an assist. Hey. Oh, well, never mind. It's all over now.
No, Django. Fine. You know what?
Fine.
I really wanted Boba to.
There's nothing you can do at this point. Yeah, I mean, basically, and even his AoE would be enough to... Well, it was still a cool-looking shot.
I should have done the disintegrate.
Yeah.
Should have done it.
Not as BA as Boba Fett taking out 2 ships with 1 rocket, but, it's
we get-
okay because he was aiming for the other one.
Do we get 2? Yeah, we get 2 attempts.
You do.
Let's try it again.
All right.
Can you do undersized? Do they allow you to do undersized?
I don't know if it makes a difference in here, but I'm sure they would be able to.
Yeah. Cool. They let me do it. They let me do it. Do it. Pew pew. Oh, it's at 1x. Oh my gosh. I can't do that.
Do what?
1x speed. Not for the normal battle.
Super slow-mo.
You don't have to kill him with Boba. Boba just has to be present. Oh, no freaking way. I didn't know that. I thought Boba had to be the one to pull the trigger. He has to be Trigger Man. Now I'm mad I didn't bring Mando in here. This is so sus.
Hella sus.
I swore it said that Boba has to kill so many. That sucks. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think the wording is specific to Boba having to kill the Wampa, but I guess if he's just present, then it's okay. Same.
I guess.
A little caveat that would be worth putting in there, Capital Games. Just saying.
Hey, what the heck? Let's pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Put some healing immunity down.
Well, we do know, Dalton, that Beskar Mando is coming out today, so it's going to be here. As far as the farming side of things for Queel and IG, I'm assuming that's going to be around the same time, right?
Oh, that did nothing. He didn't have any debuffs over his head, though, so that was kind of my fault.
No womp womp wappa.
Let's do a little burn. That won't kill him. Oh, this might be enough to kill him. Don't kill him. Okay, good. This should kill him.
Well, hey, there's a caveat there. If it says with Boba Fett present, I remember it as kill him with Boba Fett, but if he's just has to be present, that is different. Mandela effect there, I remember it this way, you remember it that way.
Exactly, it's the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Speaking
time, do we think Beskar Mando is going to drop in this afternoon?
4 p.m.
4 p.m.? Okay,
That's what I'm thinking. 4 p.m.
Otherwise, they like to do a lot of 1 a.m. stuff, but I think this guy's going to be a 4 p.m. situation.
Man, my time, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, your stuff. Let's see. Situational crippling. Built on Hope 5.
So Dalton, whatever 4 p.m. means to you in your time zone, in your neck of the woods, and your edge of the equator.
So for Fulcrum, I've got to do 5 arena battles with Rebels only, which would be easy as long as I just stick in some trash, drop out of the top 200,
Yep.
and then climb, do 5 battles, and then put in my SLKR and go back up to number 2. The highest I've gotten is 2 because the guy...
I can't let a full day pass on that one. No.
Yeah. No way. And then the other one is I just need to go in and start killing some enemies with Ahsoka Fulcrum. I've been some incidental off of, we did territory battles when I was in Force Canada, and I took her in and I was like, you can kill everyone.
I think I stopped somewhere around the same time that you did because I was just like, really? 200? Gosh.
Well, it's easy if you do like, a couple superficial missions and stuff, but
yeah, I was doing that and just wasting energy for a while, just doing old missions to make it happen. But
that one's 3 of 4. So, I mean, I can do that. I just need to be intentional about that. You know what I mean? Those are both pretty easy. And then this one's pretty easy too. I have to defeat 200 Sith with Grandmaster Yoda. Again, be intentional. I just need to take him into one of those missions that has a bunch of Sith and then just let him, do all the killing. And the way to do that is you take in a bunch of light sides like Hoda and C-3PO that can't do any damage because then they just, they and things that call and assist.
They're there,
and stuff.
they help out, they re-heal them a little bit, but that's about it.
Or like healers, that call assists like Jolie, because then Jolie will call him to assist and so Yoda will be the one to do the attack. So that, and then you just manually play that battle. So
you could play through Galactic War. Hardly do that anymore, but that's another option. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. And then
Morning Jacob Hub.
Galactic War, yeah. And then this one, I was at like 3 of 7, I think. I thought I was at 3 of 7, and then I quit it. I literally killed it and left it, and then I came back to it later. And maybe I'm wrong. I just remember giving up on this one and doing others. And then
that's right, because for a while there you actually had to activate them before you could actually do the...
Yeah, originally this was the first one I went for, and then I was doing it, and then I was like... no, this is stupid, and I literally killed it, and I never completed. No, I don't think I ever completed a level.
So am I wrong on that, or did they change that? Because, you used to have to go in there. Remember, you had to activate the achievement?
Yeah, I activated it, and then I never completed it.
I just don't remember having do you have a window of being able to activate those achievements anymore?
I think that's over here. See?
Yep.
But yeah, I abandoned it.
I thought they would have been smart and gotten rid of that by now, but no, you can sit there and complete the whole achievement, but since you didn't activate it, then it didn't count for nothing.
But because I never finished level 1... I never got credit for level 1 or whatever. But yeah, I was at I got his payout like 500 times. I had him gear 12, and then I had killed like 45 Wampas or something. See, there's 2 Wampas killed with Boba Fett present. Wah, wah, wah.
Aiden Shu wants to know, he says, do you have any tips for which Galactic Legend to farm for a smaller player? I'm assuming if you mean free to play, if you're going to go for a Galactic Legend, whatever you're the closest to, that would be the easiest farm, or just whichever one you particularly want to, because it's going to be a long haul for you anyways. If you're going to spend the money...
So first off, Jedi Master Luke is difficult, and the reason is he has a couple of get currency characters that you got to get, and you've got Jedi Knight Luke and stuff. So he's actually really difficult to go for.
Yeah, Jedi Knight Luke is difficult in his own right, just for the gearing aspect.
And then Sith Eternal Emperor has the most Relic 7 characters to have to Relic 7, which is totally like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like 5 of them or whatever. It's ridiculous.
Max on, max out.
Yeah, luckily there for me, because I used to be this massive whale, I had like 5 of them Relic, 5 or higher already, a couple of them already Relic 7. So that helped me. But Rey or Kylo Ren Unmasked would be, or SLKR would be the 2 that would be the easiest. And so I would look at Rey and I would look at Kylo and I would say, which one of those 2 am I closer to? And whichever one you're closer to, I would run towards. Kylo is going to help you in like PvP and PvE more than Rey, except with the newest raid, they're both about 50-50, but Rey is less defensible on PvP, in my opinion. I can go through any Rey team for the most part, except for the teams that have like Watt and stuff. But if you're free to play and stuff, there's a lot of those free to play teams that don't have those characters. So I would lean probably more towards First Order. Those characters are, I don't know, Rays are pretty easy to gear. The Kylos are pretty easy to gear. I will say Rays characters are old enough that a lot of their gear requirements are going to be in the old days gear requirements, whereas Kylo's characters, a lot of them are newer, which are going to require a newer gear requirement with like cryotechs and stuff like that, where you won't with the Rey. Like a lot of the Rey characters, there's only like 2 characters that would be like that. So Rey is probably actually, and then if you look, Rey has, I think 13. Let's look. Prerequisites, 13.
Oh, yeah, and the rest are all 14, aren't they?
I think he's 15 or 14 or 15. Let's see, 13.
Good catch.
It goes like 13, 14, 15. It's nuts. It's like it just progressively gets worse. Yeah, his was 13 as well. So they both came out at 13, and then it goes 14 and then 15. So they get progressively worse, but the 2 of them both have 13. So for either one of those, you'll just have to decide which one you're closer to, path of least resistance. So, you know what I mean?
I would say this is the way, but that's just more like that's always the way.
Yeah, and you know what? A Kylo team, you can build a couple of them, and there's a pretty good defense team in there for GAC and Territory Wars, and with Rey team, there's a couple of decent teams in there, I guess. So really, either way, but I think there's a slight edge to the First Order. I really do. People want as free to play to just slowly grind out towards Jedi Master Luke, because they get the Luke and all that, but there's so many get currency characters that they have to have, and then the team that's overpowered in Arena requires other characters like Revan and you got to have a lot of meta characters and gas. Like these are other, and if you were chasing those first, I mean, you're talking a year for this, a year for that, a year for that, a year for that. You're 4 years in free to play. I don't know. It's just, there's just so much. So
you certainly can. It just all depends on how patient you are, I guess.
Probably Kylo. That would be probably my lean to, but if it depends on who you're closer to. Yeah. So, all right, let's do some
Director
dailies.
Krennic is like the Rose of Sea.
Galactic War.
Great point.
War. What is it good for? That's from Chris Tucker and Rush Hour. That's Rush Hour, where he's trying to sing and he can't sing. I can't sing either, so we're like,
man, nobody understands the words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Nightmare. What? You have a Relic 8 SKLR now?
Yep.
He has a tongue twister just to say his name. So
that's my only Relic 8.
Jedi Master Luke Skywalker.
But my next Relic 8.
Leader Kylo Ren.
My next Relic 8 is going to be, I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to go non-ships, ships character. Non-ships, ships character. Non-ships, ships character. Because you know how I love my ships. So the next one's going to be GK for the 2-speed and a little extra.
GK all the way.
Yep, GK. And then GK is just,
There's a lot of pilots in this game that don't have ships yet. And there's not enough ships yet. Just, throwing that out there, Capital Games.
Yeah. Pretty not neat.
They got some neat ships, but, there's a few that's just like, come on, guys, why don't they have a ship? They're a pilot.
They need to single, double, and triple mollywop those ships into an order. Speaking of ships, I need to farm the hell out of that ship this morning.
You need to Wiggs combo that.
Because I can almost get C, but we decided, and tell me if we're right, we're not going to put any Zetas or go for the ultimate stuff on C first. We're going to leave him open, so that way when we do like dark side missions, we can get his energy. But we're going to get Jedi Knight Luke probably the Wednesday before Christmas or Christmas Day, and then we're going to max him out. I'll probably end up having to drop $100 to max him out quickly. But then we're going to get Jedi Master Luke, and we'll put all our Zetas on Jedi Master Luke and go for him, light side. And I have a few thousand points that I can use for energy because I do the small energy buys on the points. And then
leave that open so you can maximize all your farming.
And then I can put my Zetas on him. That sound like a good idea? I should not be spreading myself too thin. I should leave C alone because C was going to come afterwards anyway. But I'll unlock him just to unlock it.
Red 5.
Unlock his ability.
Weak rocker. A moment of silence for the Razor Crest.
Oh, I know.
But we absolutely do need that ship in the game. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, a little too new, too quick, too soon, but it would still be nice. Because, again, just not enough ships for the amount of capital ships that we have now.
Yeah. And I'm still farming this. I mean, I'm almost there.
Greetings from Poland. Sorry, I would attempt your name, but that would just probably be disrespectful in so many ways to make the attempt. So,
of course, I got nothing. All right.
It's definitely unique, though. That's a difficult one to spell.
So I was up last night, and I had energy to spend, and so I spent it. One of these.
Yeah. Starry Bros. Where is Luke's X-Wing? I mean, it makes total sense. Are they just going to call it Ray Palpatine's X-Wing now or something? I don't know. I don't understand where they're going to go with that.
Yeah. JML's Ultimate, is it worth it even if it's only for offensive purposes? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have
go from being super tanky, can't be killed, to now I hit like a truck. Okay. Yeah, why not?
And I can't be killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And we're going to do this all the way up to prior to 200. So we'll do the 100.
Slave 1 rework would be nice to go along with the Boba Fett for the Mandalorian. It would, although I don't know what they're going to do in the show with it. My running theory is they're going to do a good send-off for Boba Fett. They're probably going to kill him off and give Slave 1 to the Mandalorian. Just my thought. Because he needs a ship. MGS, I almost called you MSG. MGS Balloon, we're thinking 4 o'clock Mountain Time, at least for us. So wherever that sits for you in your time zone.
Getting so close.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Starry Bros, I think there's been a lot of people petitioning for a Mace Windu rework, but I mean, it would make sense at this point, especially because he's going to become a relevant character again in the TV shows. You'd think they would.
I wish this was Mark V stun gun salvage in there. They could be neat and do that, but they're not neat.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, and those 4 pieces of gear? No. You've got 5,938. Now you've got 5,939.
You threw your head back when you laughed. That was actually hilarious. You're like,
I mean, I'm even going to look down on you while I have my eyes closed. I mean, they could go that route, but I mean, where would the money be in that?
And then we're going to do 350s. I got 1,000
Speaking
crystals
of crazy
from
beard,
Arena.
if I do talk too close to the mic, I don't know if it's static or just the fact that the mic is attracted to it, but like I get beard hairs stuck in the mic. So occasionally when I do that throwback, I come back down with some stuck hairs.
That sucks.
Too long to get pulled, but I mean, annoying nonetheless.
Yeah, that is
Any
super
guys
annoying.
Hear that?
I don't know, but I don't want to hear it. We're also going for these.
Thanks. I'd rather not have beard ASMR. Hey, there's a new thing. That's what my YouTube channel's going to tune to now, guys.
No. Let's not do that.
Beard ASMR. I'm going to whisper really quietly while I rub my beard on the microphone.
I think it's 3. There's the gun. Nope. Where is the...
Phenomenal one, Johan. Yes, I agree. He's a BA character. I would like him to stick around. I love the team up they got going on right now, but I kind of feel like he's only there for a moment. And I would like to go to one thing that the internet trolls and the cancel culture is all going after right now, because unfortunately they've really pinpointed a lot on the Mandalorian. But they're calling Boba Fett when he's got his armor back and when he was tearing up stormtroopers and all that. They called him Dad Bod Boba. I'm like, listen here. Listen, Linda. Listen, all right? If you were 60 years old and in that good a shape, I think you would be looking at people a little cross, too, going like, hold on a second, Dad Bod Boba? Look at this guy.
Yeah,
Just saying. I thought that was kind of funny, too, because in the show, he's supposed to be like 43, 45 or something like that at this point. But, of course, after having to crawl your way out of a sarlacc, you'd look a little rough, too. But it's kind of explained away easily because, yeah, guy looks pretty good for 60.
Nightmare describes it best. He says Twitter is cancer.
Yeah.
He is right.
Most mass media, all news agencies, there's a few that are new that are coming out that are all right. But, yeah. Basically, if you want to cure cancer, just turn that TV off, guys.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of stress and lies that you don't need in your life.
Let's get 0 shards of this guy, too, and then life will be complete. We got 4. They're double drops, too, because they're, over a year.
Ooh, LC, I don't want to do any spoilers for you, but have you seen the most recent episode of The Mandalorian? As far as in the game, yeah, probably. I would imagine they're good. They really seem to be enjoying the bounty hunters faction a lot. So we're not going to get Hondo for a while, but definitely going to get a clean arm of Boba Fett probably before that happens.
I got excited And
Because
all
they
I'm
already
gonna
announced it at one time, didn't they? Then they walked it back.
No, I got excited because I've been asking. All I'm going to say is I've been asking for pirates for a long time, and when I visited,
Oh, right.
they had that's all I'm going to say. They had on their plan, their 1 year plan board. They didn't. They let us wander upstairs.
Yep.
And they had a room where they had their 1 year plan.
Proprietary information
And
here,
it was
guys.
actually
Careful.
an 18-month board because they had 18 months planned out. And near the end, they had, what the heck is his name? The most famous pirate. Hondo. Yeah, they had Hondo on there, Hondo and gang on the board. And I was like, oh, and I went down and I was like, talking to one of the other game changers and they were like, they heard me talking and they went upstairs and took the board down. Because
Hey, you guys, I said to make this place ready for them to come through.
And then
I didn't expect one of them to be perceptive.
And then they changed their plan.
Yep.
They ended up making it loose and they told us, they said,
now you know who to blame, guys.
They said, you know what? They said, yeah, that's just loose anyway. Those are just some ideas and stuff or whatever. But it was like their board and everything on that board, because it had the Han's Millennium Falcon and the reworks of the characters and stuff. And those characters came out. Chewie came out. The Han's Millennium Falcon came out. Everything on that board came true except for the pirates. And then in the last episode, stuff happens. And then I'm like, maybe
now it's gonna happen.
2021, maybe 2021 is the year of the pirates. Cause that would, to me, I would love to have pirates in the game as a faction. I think that's a faction that is missing. Warrior is super sus.
Yeah.
I am super.
It's totally Warrior,
sus.
guys. Totally Warrior, guys. If it's not, you can vote me out next time. All right. You can vote me out next time.
Yeah, I'm super sus. To be fair, I wasn't the only one that saw the
fair.
board. We were all up there and everybody was like, did you see that board? Did you see the board? And I ran over there and looked because other people saw the board. And then when I saw it, I was like, hey, did you see the board?
Yeah. Or Book Hunter's got a good point. Maybe they put that board up just to troll you. Like, nope, I know there's a few really perceptive guys in here.
No, because listen, they get like red-faced when something happens they don't like happening and they, take things down. It's just like when they said something about Beskar Mando and then they tried to delete the post. You know what I mean? If they were trying to troll.
That was an accident, guys. Or was
when
it?
they troll, they say they try to put it in like a post and they leave it, like a troll thing. So
oops, I almost missed a comment up here. I saw butt hurt. I had to go right to it. Starring Pros. Am I the only one butt hurt that it seems like we aren't going to get a Galactic Legend Green Saber Luke and Vader? We already got a Green Saber Luke, but yeah, he's not a Galactic Legend. I was annoyed that they put him out when they did because it was like a consolidation prize for something else they screwed up at that time when Jedi Knight Luke came out. So it was bad timing, even though he ended up becoming a pretty, meta character. So I think I'm okay with how they did it. I'm not so butthurt on that. Nightmare says I should join you guys on Jedi Academy one week. Now that's for guys who actually know things about this game. If you want good pointers, you go there. Me, I would just be a distraction.
That's hilarious. I gotta see. I don't think he's even in our chat. They let me back in, by the way, you guys.
Yeah, it happened.
They were like, he'll find us if he wants back in.
Book Hunter, what's TV? Good answer. I mean, I joke, I say things. I have a TV. I do streaming services. But yeah, as far as like regular mass media, fake news, or local news, I don't buy any of it. I don't watch it. At times I thought there's a few that were worthwhile, but I just kind of throw the whole lot out now because they don't, they've lost their integrity, like so many things in this world.
So I know I can beat Jan. This DK Tupamaro guy, it's whenever they have a cleanser, I struggle with it. So let's try it, but it's the cleanser that I struggle with because...
Let's see what you do.
I know that they're going to be farmable, and everybody's like, they're going to be farmable in Cantina later today. You should save your Cantina energy. It's all good, you guys. I'm not going to get them 7 stars today. I'm not going to get them 7 stars this week. So it's okay. Let's do this.
It's okay. It's pretty neat. Musicer 113 wants to know if you tried the cam mission. And yes, he did already. I'll be remodding like a son of a gun today, and I'll be making the attempt later, and we'll see what comes of it. But there's one difficult shard to get.
Yeah.
I tell you, the modding is very precise. I mean, they had that for some of the meta
So,
teams, some of the proprietary Team Instinct info on how you mod certain things for counters, but in this one in particular, it's on a whole new level.
Yeah. Man, I got to hurry up. I got to do should I do the stabby stab or the AoE? I should just do the stabby stab.
As long as you can keep people stunned is always good.
He got immunity. That's what I was afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 immunities up. I hate that.
Yeah. For this particular First Order team, everybody else is there just to die to help out Kylo.
Yeah. I know.
But an interesting situation, as we all agree, highly sus.
If I could just get him up to 100%, this would be insanity.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
This is annoying right now, though, because they're all invincible right now. Immune to anything.
If I survive her shot,
effect,
it's over, I think.
Yeah.
Because she kills him. And then I just
kind of walk through the rest.
Well, we'll see. I think I got the first kill off.
Whoop-ha! Got 2 for that.
Yeah.
2 for the price of 1. That's a heck of a deal. Buy one, get one Yoda.
Bye.
Nice. Oh, her immunity dropped. AoE for the win.
For the window, for the stab you.
Wow, I like seeing her. I like seeing her throw the lightsaber ability have 0 effect. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So okay,
yeah, that's pretty neat.
I can beat her now. I whenever they have that cleanser, that makes me like take a step back and my rear end puckers up a little bit.
Know that feeling.
So yes, I did the. So let's go look at the mods, you guys, because I want to show you mods for that event, and I'll show you how hard the cam event is. And so I did the cam event, but we have a guy who's called Cam Master, and you actually go in and I'm not even kidding you, and he walks you through the event.
This is not a questionable site we're talking about. This is a person.
This is not a porn site. This is Cam Master. He's badass, dude, by the way. He's not even in our guild. They bring him in, and he helps walk us through this mission. This is to make sure that boneheads don't mess it up by making mistakes. And I'll be honest, I probably would have made a mistake. I haven't played the mission in like 13 months or whatever, and I've only played it once in my life. So I don't even remember the cam mission. I don't even remember the reek or the kill order or anything. I would have had to study. I don't even remember that. So what we did is there's a bot. I put in my information, and it looked at my mods and said, "Hey,
handy bot."
It said your mods are messed up. Yeah, it's all.
It said your mods are whack, yo.
Yeah, so they were like, you got to fix your mods. This was last night, and I was like, oh crap. So I went to bed because it was like 11 o'clock last night. Right? We played games. By the way, he won Settlers of Catan 2 nights ago. Took it from me because I thought I had a sure win, and he came from behind.
It was
and
a despicable game, man. Yeah. RNG was just wiping the floor with us up, down, left, and right.
Came from behind and like stomped my face into the dirt. And then last night I had a very solid victory I felt good about. But RNG did not help.
Cruise right to 13 victory points while I was still sitting there. I think I made it to 8.
Yes.
Yeah. No, 7. 7. I made it to 7 victory points. So yeah.
So anyway, then I remodded this morning. I got all check marks on the bot. So the bot said, "You're good on the mission. You can go." So then I went in, and what you do is you stream your screen. Oh my God, my recall memory because of the meds I'm on is for my migraines. Is
too many
bad.
topics at once.
People are like, it's probably weed, but no, it's really actually for my migraine medicine.
No Rex brownies for a while, actually.
No Rex brownies for a while. But anyway, so he looks at my mods himself, and then he's like, no, that bot is off. He's like, the bot's not right. You gotta fix some stuff. So he had me steal some mods this morning.
You know you're pretty specialized when you go, well, that bot's pretty good, but here's how you do it better.
Yep, Zoom screen share. And so we did Zoom, we did screen share. He looked at my mods and he went, you gotta still tweak some stuff. So we tweaked some of my mods, which was fine. We stole off a general
trash.
Yeah, we stole off a General Grievous some health mods. We stole off of Thrawn some speed mods. And because he had some health and speed. And so anyway, we fixed my mods, and he was like, okay, everybody's great, or the only one that was kind of like on the border was like Rex. And he's like, but I think we can fly with Rex's speed. He was 362,000 health. And he's like, that's bare bones minimum for those two, but I think we'll be good. And so we went in, and then I had what he calls the worst RNG ever, because the Reek could hit anyone, 1 of 6 people on my side, and he goes straight for Shock T, hits her and cripples her. And then the very next turn he takes, again, RNG, he could choose to hit anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who he decides to hit? Shock T. Yep. And so he literally killed my Shock T. First 2 turns he takes of all, instead of attacking, he could have attacked the neutral characters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he can attack, because they can go back and forth sometimes indefinitely.
Yeah. Plenty of other clones there. I mean, you got all the same faces to choose from.
Not only that, he actually fights Django too, simultaneously. And sometimes he fights Django more than he fights you. It's RNG. And so, but no, he went Shock T, and Shock T was dead. And it was like game over. So we played it out. We killed the 2B2s, we killed Django, and we got the Reek all the way down into the lowest yellow to where it was about to tick over to red. And then he basically killed off my last 2 characters. And it was like, we did our best. So, but let me just show you, let me just show you with one of the best players in the world on the mission playing my guys. Cause I basically didn't play. He told me what to do. He's like, you click this, then click that, click this, click that. And he is good. Mm-hmm. He definitely, cause I was like, should I do this? He's like, no, don't do that. He's like, I know what you're thinking, but he's like, don't do that. Let's do this. And so he knows that mission inside and out, and I didn't. So I listened to him. But look at these mods, man. Yeah. And these are not good enough.
Unfortunately, there's been a lot of people with the same RNG today. Just they forgot to tweak the numbers again, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. A couple of people had the same thing. Yeah. So look at this. Health 84,000. The only way I'm going to get higher health, I think, is to get her to Relic 7. I'm just going to have to do it. And that sucks because Relic 7 material, 6 and 7 material is so freaking hard to get. And I've got so many Relic 7 characters coming. I've got Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, C, Mandalorian Beskar. You know what I mean? Like, but for this mission, it's so important because I don't even have the guy unlocked. I don't have like any shards of this guy.
So important.
Yeah, I never even did this mission. We did this mission once, and we got 3 shards. That was the first time it ever came out. The first time it ever came out, we played it once, and then I quit playing.
But did you have a critical
critical
avoidance?
So this is the problem. It was either 84,000 health and over 300 speed, or her health dropped and her speed dropped, and I got critical avoidance. And so that was the fight. It was either my mods are not good enough to have over 80,000 health and over 300, the goal's over 80,000 health. It's actually 90,000 health. They wanted me to have 90,000 health, 310 speed, and 35% crit avoidance. Physical impossibility. I took my very, 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 very best mods, and it's impossible. Yeah. What's that being asked is impossible.
Slaughter the whole roster of mods just so that one team could be built up.
Didn't have critical avoidance, but I will tell you, if you can build 80,000 health, 300 over 300 speed with a crit avoidance arrow, you'll probably win because the crit avoidance arrow is huge for that exact reason. If he decides to just screw you and go straight for her, she'll probably survive those 2 hits. And that's the difference between winning and losing, my friends. And I didn't have crit avoidance. And so those 2 hits, yeah. So anyway,
worst case scenario happened just to pinpoint that one weakness. I think that whole list they gave you of all the mods should be changed, saying critical avoidance is key.
Yeah. And then damage is pretty decent. And I'm just going to leave these mods on her. I'm not going to take them off. I'm just going to leave them for her now. That's pretty good. But at some point, I'm going to need a crit avoidance health mod. Oh, wait.
Huh?
35% crit avoidance. What the flagnog?
Oh, so it was on there already. Wait, you didn't change it afterwards, did you?
No, I think I did.
Okay.
That's right. It was a speed arrow. It was a speed arrow when she was over the 310 threshold, right. And it was speed with health. So that's right. I fixed it with crit avoidance now. Okay. That's right. That's right.
Say, hold on a second. We just poked a big hole in that whole plot.
Yeah. No. That's right. I fixed her. I fixed her because they were like, you have to.
So now it should be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah. No, I fixed her because that was it. I was like, I have to have crit avoidance. So I lied. I actually do have her over 80,000 with crit avoidance and over 300 speed. And it took all my very best
Save this loadout, warrior.
So see, health.
Loadouts are for people who don't know how to mod.
Health.
Just kidding. It's actually a really great tool. You should use it.
Yeah. You know what I found, though? I don't have triangles with a health primary. I just don't. I don't have triangles
even
with a health
mods
primary.
themselves, where you got 1,000 of those. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a health primary.
Just any triangle with a health primary. Like, I'm just missing.
I mean, triangles in general, because, you know, you got 15 of other ones, you got 2 of those.
Yeah. Well, I am saving this loadout warrior. It's on her, man. It's not going anywhere. This loadout is hers,
That's
brother.
a save the loadout warrior situation.
But I fixed this afterwards. Because I had everything but crit avoidance. And he was like, everything looks perfect, but you don't have crit avoidance. And he was like, well, let's try it. And then we lost. And so I was like, it's never again am I going to beat that guy. So
Somebody was saying, Nightmare is saying, just think, all that work just to get a tune that's below average at best. On his own, yes, but in the right Jedi lineup, yes, he is key.
So I did go back and finally
he is key.
I know, he's probably like sad that I actually found a crit avoidance arrow. And then 5s is, you know, I can slice a mod. I got to slice this mod, but I just don't have the slicing material. You know what I mean? I like sliced some mods this morning to try and get some. But like, so here I've got health because you need him healthy. I've got health here. I've got health here. Here I've got health, but I got to slice to get to the health. And then the problem is once I slice that last mod, he'll be where he needs to be on health because he has to be over 110,000 health, and he's 109,783. So that last slice will get in there.
Just garbage.
But his speed has got to be like over 215, and I don't have that.
Right.
So like I've got to then start to slice them past 6E.
It's just so mod based. It's like, well, cool, you can do all of that. You got them all relic, you got them geared up and everything. But yeah, your mods, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, so he's
Find
not
that nice right combo, and hopefully.
So he's super close to where he needs to be, but not quite. His speed's a little low, his health is a little low, but he was close enough. They were like, let's run with it.
Oh,
and then
we are graced with the presence of the man himself. Hello.
The man himself, yeah. And then Echo was the only one they said, don't touch his mods. He's fine. His health was over 60,000, which they really wanted his goal to be 65K. 65K was goal, but they were like 62 is close enough. His speed was like right in between, which is where it needed to be. Crit damage 192. And then his special damage, which is what he does. Yeah.
Depending on the speed set you have for him, they either want him 9.5 or they want him 11.5.
Well, they wanted his damage at 11,000, but minimum he has to be over 10K. I'm like, well, you're not getting 11.
Well, good grief.
10K is what he had, and I had. He used to be my arena team, and these are the arena mods I had on him, and I've never taken these off. These were my arena mods for him. So
that's right, for your guest.
This is one hell of a setup for him. Like, this is a really, really good setup. So anyway, he was good enough. They said, you know, he just needs a little more health, but I could probably get that health off of, you know, at some point slicing one of his mods up one. And then Rex was my like weak link. And they said, we'll run with it, but look at this weak link. 67,000 health, which was good. It was in the like acceptable range, but his speed needed to be 310 and I was at 299. So, and then everything else was fine. Well, this is the problem though. So let's look at the modding. So I had a speed set and then just the fastest mods I could get, right? And so I'm like, here, it's like 17 speed. I'm like, okay. And this is 32 speed, right? And this one is like 17 speed and health. You need health, by the way. And this is, you know, this one over here is random.
Those transmitters are hard to get secondary speeds anyway.
I know, but this one, 27 speed. Come on now. This one, 25 speed. Come on now. So I'm making him as fast as I can.
Problem there for a while.
And then this is where I found out my problem. It's health, but it has to be a speed mod to complete the speed set.
Right. And
it has to be a health primary because he needs to be in the 60,000s. If it's not a health set, if it's not a health primary, he loses the health. So I'm like,
I say search for all the mods like you did again.
Yeah.
Funny.
So let's check. Let's go speed set.
Yeah.
Health primary, speed secondary, confirm.
Well, it was supposed to be on the triangle specifically.
Look at all those mods I have.
Look
with
at all that. I mean, man,
setup.
So many options.
I have one in the entire game. One in the entire game.
And your 1,000
my
mods.
Gosh. So the good news is speed has only ticked once. Defense has already ticked 4 and protection twice. So offense and speed are on the mod, and there's a statistical probability that speed and or offense are going to tick higher. So all I need to do is start slicing this specific
There's a
mod.
capital gains probability. It'll go all the offense.
It'll go defense, protection, offense, and he'll still be at 5. But I have never realized I have no speed triangle with health primary. How is this even possible?
Triangles, rare.
I know.
Triangles, rarer.
But this
Speed
specific
triangles with
combination, I have one and he has it already. Like, what the heck?
Why in the,
So I definitely, this is my
yes,
number
Paulo.
one.
Oh, my mod.
So when people are like, I need to slice a mod, what mod should I be slicing? You should have a team that matters to you. The cam mission is important to me, right? Because I don't have cam, and it's important that I be a team player for everyone. It doesn't feel good to have someone tell you what to do, have your mods on point, and still fail the mission for the entire team, and then not be part of the contributing factor, and then get cam shards in return because everyone else made it. You're like, oh, thank you for my 49 shards of cam. I'm sorry I was the one guy that
I
didn't
couldn't
contribute.
add my 3 to that list.
You know what I mean? But look at this nightmare. He's like, you shouldn't slice that up, in my humble opinion. I don't have another one. Look it to the left.
Yeah.
No mods meet your filter criteria, brother. That is it.
Unless you're talking farming mods, in which case you got to waste all the other slicing materials to get it up to the level that this one's already at.
Yeah, but this is literally... I could invest in a new mod. You're right. I could just continue to try and find a better mod, but but I have no. So filter.
But unlike Princess Leia, we don't have a lot of help.
I have none, even without speed. I have none with or without speed. I have no speed triangle with health. I have no speed triangle with health, with or without speed.
No.
I have no speed triangle with health. None. Well, of course I have to farm for it, but man, it's going to take me forever to get that.
I mean, they're not just going to pop up out of thin air. Bling. Oh, what's that?
So, yeah, mod challenges.
CPL days of farming speed mods.
I know. Speed mods.
We'll find a better replacement.
Let's just do it just to see.
C3. I don't have any mods with those specs. Struggle, as they say, is real.
But watch, it's going to put him in my
big pain in the butt.
You're going to find something else about this that sucks. And that is that, oops, I like to do 5 because I like to see them all.
RSG Vormax, I like this. It says, hi, Sure Shot and Warrior, for both of you.
I have max mods in the game too. They're going to put them in my inbox.
Have we saved our Cantina energy to farm IG Baby Nurse 11?
No.
And I have spoken tunes later today?
No.
I've saved a little bit, yes. Things are going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but maybe a little bit.
I love how they drop 4 mods. They're like, here you go. Here's some 4 mods that you don't need.
These are all great suggestions for the mods, guys. Not saying any of them are wrong, but think of it this way too. When you've been working all morning on mods for a specific team, and then you go in and lose with them, you have to wait a day for your ambition to come back to go back and remod again. So all that will be fresh on the minds. It'll all come back when you need it. But while you're in the thick of the frustration, it just can't happen right now. Yeah, either this or find a better speed set diamond or circle and use another set health triangle. Yeah.
I do not recommend you all ever slice a white mod ever, because you just don't have the credits for that. But because I have credits, we'll do it for the just because. And we're gonna go any set unassigned confirm. And we'll see. So this one, you do 6 to reveal. I'm just curious. Nothing of substance. And with speed, the point of a speed mod is to have speed with speed. So you want speed to reveal itself.
Well, hey, I am Tyler Durton. It looks like you're at least working in the right direction. Obviously, yes, Jedi Knight Revan is not as needed in the beginning of the game, end game, if you want to go for more of a Jedi meta, then yes, he's definitely very helpful because he's researched as a good leader for that spot. So still worth going for sure.
Oh yeah, this speed is dropping, yo. Being sarcastic.
Dropping like it's icy hot.
Yeah, we got one.
Hot, then it's cold. It's yes, then it's no.
And then here, this one you got to go to
It's
9
a bipolar Joe.
to show. Normally, I would only do green and above. All right, let's sell all of those. Because those are all dumb.
And slice grays to 6, but only continue rolling if they show +4, +5 speed. It's in the pretty low end range. If you're sitting there with only minuscule slicing materials, you gotta plan that one out for sure.
All right, well,
generally
filter
4 and 5 speed. I don't try to work too hard on.
Let's go E. And so I would never normally do this, but for the live stream. No, I always do 12 to show the 4. And so speed at 4 sucks.
You want to bring them up to the minimum to see what all pops and then decide whether or not it's worth continuing past.
But I have slicing material like 2,000 plus. So let's see. Health pops, and I have a lot.
Pedro Gonzalez wants to know, is this the Legend Warrior?
And
Are you
so
saying
that one's
the
trash.
Legend Warrior, or is this the legend that Warrior is trying to tell you about?
So let's go to 12. Come on, speed. Trash. We're just gonna hope for a good mod. Come on, give me a good mod on the live stream. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Live stream luck. Live stream luck.
Defense. Of course, it shares with
RNG
defense.
stream. RNG stream. Where's RNGesus? We need him in
So,
here right now.
there's a
he was helpful
9
the last few times.
There's a 9 speed that's not very good, but 9 speed is going to go into my blue mods of eventuality.
As you spin the wheel of mythicality.
I don't go till speed 3.
Man,
Oh,
a lot of
that's
speeds on these, but just not enough.
horrific. We're gonna do it anyway. I have the
Oh, that
I have
sucks.
the
I'm gonna do it
slicing
anyways.
material. Well, that's why. Because sometimes they're like,
I've
you
heard
know
that
what?
exact voice in my head a few times in my life.
That's it.
This
See?
sucks, but I'm gonna do it
Freaking
anyways.
blue 12. Like they're like, we're gonna slice the one that's trash for you. Give you a 3 and a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's trash, we're gonna give you trash. I got a plus 12
Since some of
and
these
a plus 9.
mods might be going on shock, you could say it's a shock block. Man, look at all you secondary speed droppage.
Trash, and this will be trash. Yep, that's trash, big time. Yeah.
The blue 12. The blue 32. Blue 32. Blue 32.
Rover,
sit.
All right. Well, protection.
Tell you what. I mean, not that they're stellar by any means, but it's pretty uncanny to see this many, all these white mods dropping with speed secondaries.
Drop it like it's cold. Drop it like it's cold. I hate white mods. This is why I never. All right, last one. Come on, RNG.
Marvin, that's a great point. I have always said that this game needs to have better gifting abilities. Like, for one, being able to give more than one piece of gear and being able to share mods. Yes, that is a great idea. Warrior's trash is Sure Shot's treasure. Not so much my treasure, just the surprising fact that many white mods are dropping speed secondaries that many times in a row.
Yeah.
It's got to be live stream luck right there. It's not stellar
But
by any means, but it's still more than usual.
We're not out of it. Check this out. We'll go through here. Let's buy some of this stuff. Pretty neat. That still slices at a higher rate, just so you guys know. For people who like drop that, they're like, oh, ships suck now. No, they don't. I went and did Chopper at 10 and Cassian at 5, and they still give you 2 more Shard Shop currency at the end of the day. So they're still better like they were. Okay. I need that one that sits right in that 3rd slot.
That one that's always there when you don't need it.
Yeah. You know what, though? I am going to buy some of these.
Oh, yeah. Scavenge training droids. That'd be great for relic materials.
No, I'm going to buy some
yeah.
of these because, just because I need some gear, I'm sure of it.
Ah, yes.
Gear.
For the currency.
For the
Thanks.
currency.
Thanks for the nice watch.
I always need gear at the end.
You don't buy character shards in the weekly shipment shop? I mean, we all do, right?
So in this store, I only look at mods that are on the right side, really specifically the triangles and the pluses, because triangles and pluses are the ones that you can't ever get enough of.
They just don't drop.
The 3 mods on the left, the circle and the other 2, are easy peasy for the most part. I have a plethora. So I always look at the triangles and the pluses. There's a speed triangle with crit damage and offense showing, but I bet if I bought it, it would not drop speed. And I don't have, I only have 12 million ship currency, and I need that. And it's not showing speed. And these statistically suck, just so you know. They don't roll well. I'll leave it up to them. Do you want to waste my money or not? I'll leave it up to you guys. Nightmare, don't buy that.
Don't buy that.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, but you asked now, so there's going to be at least 3 or 4 do-its.
I know. It is trash, but that's why I wouldn't buy it normally.
Wait, nope. We're all in agreement. Nightmare's right. Don't buy it.
Yeah. We'll keep moving then since...
We took the delay off, right?
Yeah. Let's get this.
Waste your money.
Let's get this.
You see, what you want to do is diversify with your money.
Adding those up. I give those away like hotcakes too. The Mark V stun guns I gave 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to buy mods that don't have speed showing, because if you waste that millions of currency and then it doesn't have it, you just literally threw it, trashed it. So, yep. Well, that looks like that's that.
Well, that's just that.
Yep. Nothing's glowing. And I think we've spent all of our energy, right? And done all of that.
Hath you any more energy?
Oh, I haven't done a ships battle. And I bet I...
What the ships?
What in the ship? Ship, I said.
Ships. Did I leave the oven on?
Except for they're all ahead of me on...
Oh, their payouts.
Yeah. I don't want to, like, bump people.
Ruffle feathers.
Yeah, aggression and Valunk. Let's see. Yeah, Valunk's right before me. But aggression's already gone.
Jedi Master Anakin Skywalker says, "Did someone see my son? He's got a black outfit and a robo hand." Says he's gonna. Last time I saw him, say he's going to the Tachi station, pick up some power converters.
Something happened.
I don't get it. I mean, I just told him I was his father, and then he walks off going, "No." Which is the better of the 2 no's?
Garrett Wilson. When are they going to drop Mando? 4 p.m., so it's noon, so 4 hours from now. Approximately 4 hours from now.
Actually, no, you're wrong. They are going to drop him
it's hot.
When he's hot. But right now, he's not at the current proper
temperature.
He's not at the current temperature of which would be needed to drop at the said hot spot. Heretofore, ergo.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Like it's hot.
I did that wrong. I should not have put that on.
I dropped it, but it wasn't hot.
Yeah, I shouldn't have put that buff immunity on him, but that's okay. That's okay.
I guess you guys don't need gear anymore. I mean, we always need gear, don't we?
I'm always in need of gear.
That is the crunch. There are crunches on crunches, but that is the crunch. It better be important.
It's not. It's never important. Someone's died. Uh-oh. Sorry. I'm just kidding.
Luckily, no. Just, 2 or 3 people being needy as usual.
That happens.
It's nice, and it's also hard being the answer guy. If you
let's do crit immunity
have a lot of
him.
things
He's
that
the
people look to you for answers for, other than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, then your phone blows up a lot. Which is unfortunate because it's very expensive to keep on replacing all these phones that blow up.
Yeah, you don't want them blowing up, and especially in your pocket or when you're asleep. That'd be pretty not neat.
That's why I have a Faraday cage built into my left thigh. Not only blocks the cancer that's going to be coming with that 5G, but also Cancer's always been a thing with any cell phone signal. With 5G, it's just more of a guarantee now.
Well, actually, back in the late 80s, early 90s, the cancer with the cell phones was atrocious at the 3 watts. And that's why
now they just change all the verbiage and all the paperwork you get with it. It's still there. It's still terrible. They're just not going to tell you about it.
Well, it's bag phones that they used to do, and they were 3 watts. Now they're all cell phones are 0.6 watts. So way better. I'm taking my happy time. Taking my happy time with you, babe. Dropping bombs on you now.
There we go. Yep. Love that quote. We're bringing him warm or we're bringing him in cold. Hot Mando. Not a sentence I thought I'd ever say. I mean, Pedro Pascal's maybe attractive to some people, right? I don't know. Some people
find him. There's like girls on Twitter that are like, "Ooh, he's so amazing." Ooh, let's go.
I liked him as the Viper. His lifestyle was very questionable in my mind, but yeah, so his face was crushed in. Yeah, then he was not so good looking. Sorry to say,
not so good looking. Hump day.
You are one hot bloody mess.
Yeah. Wait, is that a spoiler? No, that show's been out forever.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
spoiler for those who don't care.
That's your own problem.
Yep. If you've not experienced the great and wonderful series that is Game of Thrones, and yes, the last season was not as bad as people made it out to be because it was a natural progression of what they set up to that point. I'm surprised that people were surprised by it, but I thought it was good. 5G, more like mind control. Again, I already warned you guys about your TV, your mind control devices. I mean, Facebook's the other one.
Mind control, more like brain control.
They got the system for a total control.
Brain control. He may have mind control.
So in other words, we're being bombarded with mind control on a daily basis anyways. Just try to mitigate it as much as possible. Then you can kind of see through all the BS. Not saying that it'll take it all away. No, I mean, they got that set up way too well.
So this is an interesting setup, this Kisaki. He's got, First Order, but then he put in Thrawn, and he put in Malik.
Old brown eyes.
And I think the reason why he put in Malik was so there wouldn't be crits, which would reduce my ultimate time, the time it takes me to get to my ultimate. I think, or maybe it helps him against these other Jedi teams. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. But those other teams, those Jedi teams are so meta right now.
Those teams, so meta right now.
They are, dude. They're super.
Just like Hansel.
Whoa. Normally wow. And that messed up my turn order completely. Interesting. His team threw my turn order off. Very interesting.
Brittany Page says it's for the crit and anti-Jedi.
That's okay.
Gotta crit that. Gotta crit that.
Yeah.
Gotta crit that. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom,
Damn
boom.
right.
Let me
Scott
get
was
that.
epic. Loved all the series.
That.
Yep. I'm Tyler Durden's with me on the Game of Thrones. Good series. Obviously, it was fantastic from the beginning, and it did fade out a little bit. It fizzled a little in the last season, but they had so much to cram into so few episodes. We either needed another season or longer episodes or more episodes in that season. Yes, I agree. There was more they could have covered, but as far as how it actually ended, I think that they just went with a natural progression of things as opposed to what the fan favorites were, because we all know Jon Snow should have ended up on the throne, even though he didn't want it. A reluctant leader is always better than a tyrant.
He's going to go into his ultimate. He's going to go into his ultimate. Oh, he didn't do his ultimate. What kind of an idiot didn't do that?
RNG.
I figured
that's who.
Well, I figured he was going to kill his. There he finally gets one turn. Barely. He's like, oh, I get to kill
Week Rocker, I wanted to watch the original movie from like 1976 Westworld first because it had Yul Brynner in it. But haven't seen that one yet. It's kind of hard to find. And when it comes to new HBO series, it didn't really meh. But from what I've heard, the first season was pretty good, and now it's just kind of fallen off quite a bit. So I wouldn't know. I've never seen it.
Kind of weird to see two Kylos standing side by side.
It is.
It's like,
Yeah, the whiny Kylo Ren mess that I didn't like in the earlier movies until Rise of Skywalker, which was an okay movie, but I actually liked Ben Solo because he actually became a cool guy at that point. He was kind of whiny and sniveling up to that point. Then he suddenly became cool. Too bad. All way too little too late, unfortunately. But they're going to retcon the sequels. It's all going to be good. They're going to fix Star Wars. Don't worry, guys. It's coming. The shows are doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Jon Favreau and Filoni.
So, time for some story time. And then we'll get the heck out of here for the day because it looks like we're at an hour 20, so we got 10 minutes for some story time. So, story time comes.
Time for me to get to work. Yay.
Yeah, you got to work today, huh? You're going to help me move all this.
Yep.
So, quick story time. And this is
that too, yeah.
Yeah, and this is not story time, but this is story time. But it is related to story time, so it has to do with my son. My son did move out, and so that's freed up his bedroom, which was originally supposed to be my studio, but then he last minute moved back because he was living in Colorado Springs, moved back, and then he moved in. And so for 10 months, he's lived with us. And because of that, my studio that we thought was going to be my studio was not my studio. So we've moved down here into the basement, which is why we got this funky wonky back set.
Yeah,
because this is actually
borrowing your TV room for a while.
Yeah, this is actually a home theater room with a funny stage door wall because it's part of the ambiance of this home theater
Part
room.
of the American Idol ambiance.
Yeah, but anyway, it was built when we bought the
Nightmare.
house.
Why no talk about Willow? Love the idea that they're doing a series and it's being a sequel. And I could talk about that for a while. But anyways.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to be moving after this. We're going to be moving the studio upstairs. And then next week and stuff, we'll have the studio upstairs. And hopefully with the studio upstairs, we'll be direct connect to the internet, which will be good. Although the internet's been great down here. It hasn't been a problem at all.
It's even better up there.
Yeah, but we'll have the table set up. We're going to have one side of the room green screen studio, which I haven't done since I moved in 2 years ago, and then the other side will be sit down, kind of like we have here. So
we'll go back to making sure I don't wear green again.
So and then I might do a couple of camera angles. We'll see. But anyway, I can go back
options.
to doing multiple lights, multiple angles and stuff. It'll be fun to just have a studio again that's actually exclusive studio, and that'll free up this room to actually be our home theater room, which is what it was supposed to be. Because right now there's a light on that chair. You know what I mean? And the room is just filled with crap. And
it's just kind of wedged in that corner to block that, but it's okay. We move it afterwards. When
we try to watch movies,
goes back in the corner.
We're all on that side trying to watch movies all jammed in together. So anyway, it'll be nice
Not
to have
anymore.
that. But that leads me to my story time, which is that this is actually kind of a specific story, and there's a lot of you that this story might speak to, but then some might not speak to. So if it doesn't speak to you, that's fine, and it doesn't have to speak to everybody. But there are some of you out there who have been in what we call blended families. Either you've been on the bottom of the blended family or the top. What I mean by that is you're either the stepchild or you are the stepmom or stepdad of a family. And being a step parent is not easy. I am, in fact, a stepfather to two children. When I came into their life, my son was 1. And my daughter was 3. That's when I came in. And so they're now 21 and 23. So it's been 20 years that I've been in their life. And that's all that's all he's ever known. And then of course, but the story is pretty quick. It's just through their life, stepchildren are kind of funny. They go through seasons in their life. They'll go through seasons where you're the greatest thing ever. They love you. Everything's wonderful.
You're the shiny new toy for a little while.
Yeah. And then there's times where in preteen or teenage years where they hate you, where they think like you're the enemy, where they'll do very hurtful and terrible things. Brittany Page says, too early for whiskey, warrior, wink, wink. And exactly, right? Some of them will drive you to drink. For real, though. I mean, having an integrated family like this,
they're not the fault for that. That's just a catalyst to make you make bad decisions.
Yeah.
But don't do it.
You've been in a blended family. Blended families
I've got limited experience with that, yes.
Very difficult. Blended families are very, very, very difficult. But anyone honorable enough to take on a blended family, I tip my hat off to you for sure. But so
anybody walking into a situation like that, I wish you all a fatherless situation or other half-less situation. But we can't all be that lucky.
So it's difficult, especially if the other side is struggling to do things correctly, but they're still in the picture.
Even just minimally? Yeah.
Yep. Because then they make it very difficult for you because you're trying to do things right, or at least perceptually you think you're trying to do things right. But either way, things ebb and flow. They have seasons, they love you, and then there's seasons where they're mad at you or not happy with you. And anyway, you know, we go through all those stages. And in one of those stages, you know, Dylan had moved away. Well, anyway, he'd come out of that season and we were like friendly again or friends again, but he had moved back. But it's really difficult as a teenager to humble yourself and move back in with your parents after you've moved out. But he did. And he really made some wise choices in the year of 2020. It's a really great year, actually. It's a great story in that he...
I'll pat him on the back for some of those.
Yeah, and that he actually humbled himself down, moved back in, and in a series of 10 months, he was able to create a rather large nest egg. This is through getting laid off. Put himself through a tech school for a dental technician, get a solid job, buy a car cash so he has no debt, keep his nest egg, keep the car cash, and he moved out. And he moved out on his birthday. On his birthday. On
Happy
his
birthday to him.
21st birthday, he was able to move back out after 10 months of having to humble himself and move back into his parents' house, his stepdad's house at that, you know, my house. So that was a difficult thing for him to have to kind of humble himself down. But he set goals, he followed suit, and to see the evolution of that just really warmed my heart. But I guess the story for this is, you know, obviously I'm going to take over his bedroom. That's going to be my studio. So yes, that's part of it.
Yeah, it was a studio first before it was a bedroom. Just saying.
It was a studio for like a week.
Yeah.
And then he came in and it was like crap. And so we had to like relegate it down here. Proper catch. What's up, brother? He's a dental tech too. That's
Nice.
cool. So he did everything right. He set goals. And in 10 months during a pandemic, during the coronavirus, he was able to keep
That's
his
a job
savings.
plagued with halitosis, let me tell you.
Yeah, he got to keep his savings, buy a car, get a job, go through dental technician school, like everything. I mean, he just amazing. To make matters even more amazing, he went at the start of the year from just dating any old girl to finding a girlfriend to being very serious with her now. She has a very small 1-year-old baby girl that is absolutely the heart of all of us. And he is now starting to follow suit in a blended family with her. Obviously they haven't like committed to getting married yet or anything. It's only been, you know, they've only been dating like formally for like, you know, 6 to 8 months. It was kind of informal for a couple months and now it's been pretty serious for about 6 months. But he's starting that journey of being a blended family with this little girl and this lady. And just seeing him come full circle from being the 1-year-old in my arms and being my stepson to being the stepfather, so to speak, to a 1-year-old holding her is just crazy, dude. Just absolutely crazy.
Total full circle situation.
Total full circle situation. And seeing him, the best part about it, and I guess this is the story, this is the like moralistic outcome of this. As a stepfather or stepmother, if you're in that situation, you know those seasons where they're in preteen or teen where they're treating you like crap, stay the course. Just stay the course. Even if they're treating you horrifically. Do not talk. Do not
Tyler
talk.
Durden knows exactly what we're feeling right now.
Do not talk bad about their biological mom or their biological dad.
Yep.
Do not
That's
get
off limits.
sucked in. Yeah. Do not get sucked into that. Do not try to elevate yourself or brag on yourself. Do not get into that. Just stay the course. Do the best you can do. And at the end, when the chips fall, they'll emulate you. They won't emulate the other side that's messed up.
They're going to patience and perseverance.
Yes, and they're going to take those properties and things they see from you, and they're going to say, I saw 2 ways of life, and I see this way of life, and it makes more sense to me. And, you know, yesterday, my son Dylan had an opportunity. He needed wise counsel, and he picked up the phone, and he could have called his biological father, or he could have called me, and he picked up the phone and he called me. So if you're in a situation where you're in a situation like this, and I'll tell you, man, I will tell you, there was a series of seasons, you know, period of seasons between like 12 and 16 to 18, like 6 to 8 years, probably 6 solid years where, I mean, there was like cops involved and there was like, you know, fights. And I mean, it gets rough. Stay the course. Continue to be a man or woman of honor and integrity. Continue to do the right thing. Do not let go, because eventually it will come around full circle, and you guys, it will pay you dividends. And eventually at some point you'll get your reward, and your reward is, I'll tell you what, man, feeling that, seeing him holding her and seeing him be a stepfather to her in that sense. Obviously the commitment hasn't come full circle as far as like marriage or anything yet, but seeing him seeing him holding her and seeing him move out and seeing him be responsible and seeing him call me for wise counsel and stuff, it's just heartwarming beyond all heartwarming. And so if you're in a situation, and if you're a stepson or stepdaughter and you have that stepfather or stepmother who was that to you, maybe this holiday season, maybe send them an extra special card to let them know, or call them, pick up the phone or text them or something. Let them know how much they meant to you if they emulated that type of behavior to them, to you, and they gave you that kind of example setting for you to follow, because not everyone gets that. Not everyone has that kind of behavior. But if you stay true and stay on the course, it's amazing what kind of impact you can make. And I'm like, as a father, I am like beaming with joy and pride more than, you know, anything else that I've done practically in my life. I mean, I've gotten a life-saving award for saving a little 8-month-old's life. And it's like, okay, that's cool. This is like, I changed
true reward right here.
I changed his, you know, I helped change his life forever. He's got a trajectory now that is going to impact him and ripple into every life he touches. So it's a very interesting dynamic. I hope this is an encouragement as we go into Christmas. I want to have this be positive, uplifting, and encouraging. And I want you guys to all be encouraged by that. So I hope the story today was encouraging. As always, make sure all of you keep your gaming on. Next time you'll see us hopefully in a different studio setting. That'll be interesting. I'm trying to work on that hopefully today and some other times. So as always,
be happy, dang it.
Sure Shot and Warrior out.